Hi, I'm Mike Marin, and in this video, we'll talk about installing R and RStudio. I will demonstrate using a Mac, although the steps will be very similar if you're using Windows or Linux. R and RStudio are free, open source, and available for Mac, Windows, and Linux operating systems. One should first install R before installing RStudio. To download R, you can go to the website www.r-project.org. You can browse this page to learn more about R, help manuals, and other useful information. We can download R through one of the CRAN pages. CRAN is an acronym for Comprehensive R Archive Network. After clicking on CRAN, you will be asked to select a mirror. This is the location you will download R from. You should select the location nearest to you. I'm in Vancouver, so I'm going to select the SFU mirror. Here, you can see options to download R for Linux, Mac, or for Windows. I'm working on a Mac, so I'll select the Mac link. I'm going to go ahead and download the most recent version of R. Once you've selected this, your computer will start to download the installer. We can see here that the computer is starting to download the installer package. Once the installer is downloaded, you can run it and install as you would any other application. I'll run through the process here with you. It's worth noting that it's usually reasonable to accept the default options. Here we can select Continue. Again, we can select Continue here. Here's where we should accept the licensing agreement. If you'd like to read through it, click on Read License. I'm going to go ahead and agree as I've already read through. I'm going to select the standard installation. As the administrator of this computer, you will need to enter your password to give permission. And now we can see R was installed. Simple as that. We can now see R here under our Applications folder. Now that we've installed R, we can go ahead and install RStudio. RStudio can be downloaded from the website www.rstudio.com. Once on this website, we can click on Download. Then we can click here to install RStudio to be run on our desktop computer. Now we can select our operating system. The recommended one will usually be adequate. If you're working with Windows, you can go ahead and click on the Windows operating system instead. I'm going to go ahead and install for Mac. Again, we can see the RStudio installer is now being downloaded. Now that the RStudio installer has been downloaded, we can run through this. To install RStudio, we can drag the RStudio icon into the Applications folder. And simple as that, we now have RStudio installed. We can see, if we take a look in our Applications folder, we now have RStudio here. We can open RStudio by going into our Applications folder and selecting RStudio here. In Mac, we can also launch this directly from the Launchpad. Personally, I like to add RStudio to my dock as I tend to use this frequently. To do so, we can simply drag RStudio down here into the dock. Now let's go ahead and open RStudio. So here you go. Here's RStudio, which is running R. In the next video in this series, we'll discuss getting started working with R. After we get familiar working with R, I'll have a video talking a little bit about how to customize the look of RStudio. Thanks for watching this video, and make sure to check out my other instructional videos.